If you're over 60 and still relying on milk for your bones, you might be doing more harm than good. Imagine this. You drink your glass of milk every morning, just like you've done for decades. You believe you're protecting your bones, avoiding fractures, doing everything right. But what if I told you that milk might not be helping your bones the way you think, and in some cases, might actually be weakening them? A large-scale study involving over 100,000 older adults found that higher milk consumption didn't lower fracture risk. It increased it. And yet, there's one natural leaf, a common plant found in many parts of the world, that contains more usable calcium than a glass of milk, and none of the downsides. Today, I'll show you what this leaf is, why it's safer than milk for your bones, and how to use it in your diet starting today. If you're over 60 and care about your bone health, drop a leaf in the comments. If you're not, hit and tag someone who is. As an orthopedic who's worked with thousands of seniors, I can tell you this: most fractures I see in my patients aren't from accidents. They're from silent bone loss that's been happening for years, and no one noticed. I've watched patients who exercised, ate right, even drank milk religiously, still suffer painful fractures from minor slips. Why? Because they didn't understand one critical truth: calcium alone isn't enough. And milk may not be the best source for older bones. We've been told for generations that milk is the holy grail of bone strength. But the science has changed, and it's time our habits do too. In this video, I'll walk you through the truth about milk and aging bones, the leafy green that has more calcium than milk and absorbs better, how to use it safely in your daily routine, and the 3 other bone builders your body quietly craves after 60. Today's video is about something simple and powerful. We're going to talk about moringa. Yes, the humble moringa leaf, and why it's becoming one of the most trusted natural calcium sources for older adults around the world. You'll learn why moringa outperforms milk in calcium content and absorption, the secret nutrients in moringa that milk doesn't have, how to make a 2-minute bone-supporting moringa tea or smoothie, and the hidden risk in relying on dairy after 60. Let's get started with the truth about milk and why it may be time to rethink your daily glass. Most of us were raised to believe milk was essential. After all, it has calcium, and bones need calcium, right? But here's the catch. As we age, our bodies stop processing dairy as efficiently. The enzyme that helps us digest lactose, called lactase, declines. This can lead to inflammation in the gut, poor calcium absorption, and even bone loss. A massive study in the BMJ followed over 61,000 women for more than 20 years. They found that women who drank 3 or more glasses of milk per day had higher rates of bone fractures than those who drank less. Why? Because milk is acidic. To neutralize this acid, the body may actually pull calcium from your bones, weakening them over time. And that's not all. Milk contains galactose, a sugar linked to oxidative stress and aging in some animal studies. Does that mean milk is poison? Of course not. But it does mean it's not the magic bone booster we thought, especially after 60. Now let's talk about the star of today's video, Moringa Oleifera, often called the miracle tree. This plant grows in Africa, Asia, and South America, and it's packed with nutrients that aging bones desperately need. Just 1 tablespoon of moringa powder contains 150 milligrams of calcium, more than a glass of milk. Vitamin K, which helps calcium bind to your bones. Magnesium and potassium, which protect bone density. And antioxidants that reduce inflammation around your joints. Here's the difference. Moringa is alkaline, not acidic. That means it helps your body retain calcium instead of leaching it. Let me tell you about Ruth, a 78-year-old patient of mine from Florida. She had been drinking milk every day, yet still had early signs of osteoporosis. We added moringa tea to her morning routine and reduced her dairy. Over 8 months, her bone density scan improved for the first time in years. She told me, "I never imagined a leaf could do what milk couldn't." That's the power of plant-based calcium. It's not just the amount. It's the absorption and synergy with other nutrients that matter most. You don't need much. Start with half to 1 teaspoon of organic moringa powder in your smoothie, oatmeal, or warm water. You can even make a tea. Moringa bone tea recipe. 1 teaspoon moringa powder. 1 cup hot water. Optional, squeeze of lemon and a touch of honey. Stir and sip daily. Or add a tablespoon of fresh moringa leaves to soups, stews, or sautéed greens if you have access. Tips: always choose organic, pesticide-free moringa. Don't overdo it. Start small and observe how your body reacts. If you're on blood thinners, talk to your doctor. Moringa contains vitamin K, which can affect clotting. Now, let's reinforce this with a quick question. Have you ever tried moringa? Type yes in the comments if you have, or no if you're new to it. And if you're still drinking milk daily, type milk. Let's see how common it is. And if you're finding this helpful, tap that like button. It really helps more seniors discover this kind of life-changing information. Calcium is just part of the story. After 60, your bones also need, number 1, vitamin D3. Helps absorb calcium. Get 15 to 30 minutes of sun daily or take a supplement. Number 2, magnesium. Found in leafy greens, nuts, and whole grains. Helps keep bones flexible. Number 3, vitamin K2. Helps calcium go to bones, not arteries. Found in fermented foods like natto or cheese. Number 4, protein. Bones are 50% protein. Get enough from beans, eggs, fish, and lean meats. When you combine plant-based calcium, like moringa, with these nutrients and weight-bearing exercise, even simple walking or light resistance bands, you create the perfect environment for bone strength. Let me give you an example of a simple bone-friendly day. Breakfast, oatmeal with chia seeds, almonds, and 1/2 teaspoon moringa powder. Lunch, kale salad with chickpeas, olive oil, lemon, and grilled salmon. Afternoon, moringa tea with a few Brazil nuts. Dinner, lentil stew with sautéed greens and mushrooms. Evening, 10-minute walk, plus magnesium supplement before bed. This routine covers calcium, magnesium, vitamin K, protein, and antioxidants, all without depending on milk or dairy. Here's what I want you to take away. You're not too old to strengthen your bones. You're not too old to learn something new. And you're certainly not too old to replace outdated habits with smarter, science-backed choices. Moringa is not a miracle, but it is a natural, gentle, and powerful ally, especially for bones that have carried us through a lifetime. Remember, your bones don't break because you fall. You fall because your bones are breaking. Start today, start small, and build back your foundation. If this video opened your eyes, hit subscribe for more honest, practical, and science-backed health advice, especially for seniors. And before you go, share this with someone you care about. Because strong bones aren't just about walking, they're about living well, especially for seniors.